using. And for the first time in decades, technology, which used to be a sign of hope and future, is feeling like skepticism and quite scary. AI might steal our jobs, social media is draining our attention, and tech feels more like a trap than a tool. So that's the environment that we stepped in 4 years ago, and we looked around and saw 3 problems. Design got boring. It was a seamless. Products felt more and more similar, and there was no reason to upgrade anymore. So we also saw that operating systems started to become a bit bland. People became kind of passive. Everything was apps, lock screens, home screens, and tech started to make us feel quite passive. Smartphones became an engine of doom scrolling. And technology that was supposed to make us feel inspired and excited actually started to make us feel sad and addicted. So we kind of remembered what tech used to feel like when we started nothing. Fun, optimistic, full of possibilities. And so we started nothing. What if tech could feel exciting again? What if it could spark imagination? And what if we could do something that made you feel more in control? So, we started with design. We made bold, distinctive products that were unmistakably us. You could recognize a Nothing product from 10 meters away. And then we turned to software. So, we launched Nothing OS, translating our hardware design into the software space. Simple, elegant, less distracting. And we've come a long way since then. In 4 years, we've introduced our full product ecosystem across smartphone, smart products, and audio. And what we've done with those products is we've sold them. We've sold millions of products. We've generated more than $1 billion in revenue in just 4 years. And we've created a brand that stands out in that sea of sameness. So, looking back, what have we been proud of? Community, design, and it's proof that we're here to stay. So, when we talk about our community, they're not just users, they're co-creators. They've helped shape our roadmap, and they helped us win a Gold IF Award. Thousands of them are now shareholders in our company, and we even have a community member on our board. And we've got a lot of community here tonight, so thank you for being here. We've built a design identity that is recognized instantly, and it's won those international awards. But when you ask our consumers what they love, it's always about our design. So, we're here to stay. This might not be a sexy slide, but we've built a really robust foundation as a company. And that has built us all the way to this first chapter 1. And over the past year, we've actually been changing gears into our chapter 2. So all of our earlier products were launched in categories that people were familiar with. So last year, we actually expanded into the open ear industry. This industry only had an annual volume of 2 million. So we're working on creating new categories and expanding them. In March this year, we also introduced Essential Space, our first step into AI. And it's accessible via a dedicated button on the Phone 3A series, which hopefully you guys are familiar with from the back of the room. And chapter 2 is all about scale and innovation. Hardware is important, and now it's time to focus on software to complement it. So we're here to create breakthrough products and software that must be considered hand in hand. We're deepening engagement with our community, and we're starting to build together, and we see an opportunity to be 100 times bigger. And while we've been creating and designing our products and building our brand, in this next phase, what's important to us is to help our users become more creative as well. So, today, we officially enter Chapter 2, introducing our 2 new products, Headphone 1 and Phone 3, our first true flagship. So, first up, let's talk audio. So, headphones have quite a few problems. They look boring, the controls are frustrating, and the sound rarely lives up to what you expect. So, here's an AI-generated image for wireless headphones. The sad thing is, it's not much different from reality. The current designs in the category are kind of uninspiring. They all look very similar, and we wanted to create something radically different. So, let's take a look. I think we can all agree it looks quite different to the category, and we hope you think it looks as cool as we do. The thing that we noticed with headphones is that the controls are guesswork. When you're using the current products in the category, you're using taps. You're kind of guessing, triple tap does a forward, one tap goes backwards. And you have to kind of memorize everything. So what we did is we wanted to bring back tactile controls that take away the guesswork. But I'll talk more about that later. So let's talk about sound. With Headphone One, as we knew we're entering a new category, we wanted to treat it with respect. So we partnered with KEF, a British-founded company that is one of the best in the industry. They've been shaping the audio space for 6 decades, and we've been working closely with their team to help us push us further. But sound isn't just about what you hear, it's how you express yourself. And when you put these on, it's truly a statement. You're really saying that you're here to be seen and not only to be heard. Headphones are a very personal purchase, and we hope you can recognize how these truly are a statement for the everyday. So, let's talk about what's going on inside the headphone. We've built next generation AI-powered active noise cancellation. So that means wherever you are, whether a cafe, walking through the city, you can really hear what's going on with your music. And when you need to stay aware when you're crossing the street, you can turn on transparency mode, which helps you keep connected to your surroundings with the simple press of a button. As I mentioned earlier, KEF has over 60 years of experience. So we've worked with them and their engineers to enhance the Headphone One sound experience. Using advanced acoustic experiences, Headphone One allows us to engineer really incredible sound. This means that you get rich, natural lows and crisp, detailed highs. So every track that you listen to, no matter the genre, sounds impeccable. And let's dive into more features. So, Headphone One has a 4-mic adaptive EMC system using clear voice technology, and this means anyone can be heard. It's been trained on 28 million real-world voices across the whole world with any accent and any language. And the combination of these technologies creates a more natural and engaging communication experience. It tracks your voice to filter out all the ambient noises surrounding you, and also delivers clarity in your speaking every day. Further from that, we've introduced dynamic spatial audio, and with built-in head tracking. So that means it transforms any stereo source into a 360-degree experience. And that means that when you move around, you get that theatre-style experience when you're listening to music or film. And those that want lossless sound, we made sure Headphone One delivers. High-res audio, LDAC, USB-C, and we've even provided a 3.5mm jack for that wired listening. That means you have full control in your audio wherever you are and whatever platform you use. Now, let's talk about those controls in depth. Too many over-ears feel impersonal, and we wanted to get rid of that. So we did the opposite. Headphone One gives you physical, tactile controls, and intuitive, ergonomic, and satisfying to use. It gives you full control and allows you to really engage with the moment and your audio. So we have 3 simple buttons. Let's start with the roller. The roller controls your volume in a very fluid motion. It's a gentle scroll up and down. It allows you to control your sound to your perfect level. And if you press it in, play and pause, And if you hold it down, it matches between ANC and transparency mode. And then there's the paddle. This one's my favorite. So it's inspired by the old cassettes. So if you hold the paddle, you can hear in real time your fast forwarding and your back forwarding. So you're scrubbing through audio. It kind of reminds me of the old Walkman days. And also, if you're listening to a podcast, you might be able to skip the ads. And you know when you've got there. And then finally, the button. This is something that we've not messed around with the name of it. And it means it's the most customizable of the three. On Nothing OS, it becomes the channel hop. This means a smarter way to cycle through all of your audio sources. So what you can do is, say that you've got your favorite playlists, you can just tap the button and go between listening to Lady Gaga to anyone else. And this can go through multiple platforms. It can be used on things like Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube Music. So everything is right there without touching your phone. And then when we get into the Nothing X app, it really offers you beautiful customization. So you can set the button to launch ChatGPT, and it can also activate Nothing News, or open up the central space that I mentioned earlier. On Android and iOS, it defaults to your AI assistant. And you can reassign it to toggle spatial audio modes or cycle through EQ settings. So, I mentioned EQ. With the Nothing X app, we allow you to get access to a set of custom sound presets. They're carefully tuned by us and our partners at KEF. So, if you want to go to one step further, on the Headphone 1, similar to the ear, you have an 8-band advanced EQ setting. So that means that you have the most bespoke audio experience that works for you. Now, onto the battery. I think I'm very notorious of forgetting to charge my headphones. The great thing with Headphone 1, it has 80 hours battery with ANC off, and up to 35 hours with ANC on. And the important thing, if you're rushing out the door, just 5 minutes charge can actually give you 2.5 hours playback. So you're ready for your commute that day. Because let's be honest, everyone forgets. Headphone 1 also includes all the things you expect. Bluetooth 5.3, dual device connection, fast pair support, and low latency performance. So whether you're switching devices or you're on the go or you're gaming, everything stays stable, fast, and seamless. And all of this is for 1,099 ringgit. It's going to be available in black and white, and Headphone 1 shows you exactly how we approach every category we enter. We don't copy what's out there, we rethink it. And we rethink it from the ground up, based on what we'd actually use. So, pre-orders will start tomorrow. Open sales start on the 1st of August. And in pre-orders, there'll be a complimentary Nothing protective cover. So, everyone excited for Headphone 1? Yeah? Awesome. So, let's go on to the other big beast, Phone 3. So, let's talk about smartphone. Everything we've done so far has been building towards this next product. The product that we rely on most in our everyday life. So, Phone 3 is our first true flagship. And what is a flagship? Well, for us, it's a product that represents where we're going as a company, and it also expresses our vision and sets the tone for everything that we're going to do next. So, let's have a look. Phone 3 is built on joy. It builds identity and excitement and creativity in a tech industry that became quite boring. So, Phone 3's design builds on the idea that we've been evolving since Phone 1, turning the internal logic of the phone into something visual, emotional, and even architectural. So, let's take the back. We've introduced a tri-column grid, and it's based on the 3 flexible PCBs, which provide the foundation for how our product functions. So what we do is we balance detail and design. We call it technical warmth, and it's for us, it's where structure meets soul. So we really think it brings a personality to our product. Now, I think let's talk about something that people are quite excited about. The glyph matrix. From our previous editions, we have learned that the glyph matrix is not a gimmick. 8 out of 10 people have the glyph light system enabled, and from day one, we've believed that smartphone is there to work for you, not the other way around. So we built the glyph interface originally to create a calmer, more expressive, and a more interesting way to stay connected. So it let you see what was important without turning the screen over. With Phone 3, the glyph has evolved into something smarter and more capable. We call it the glyph matrix. You still get the same glanceable signals, notifications from apps, contacts, timers, and more, but now it's more useful and more customizable. You can show a lot more content on a screen with light strips. So what we do is we say that this is where light has become language. So we have functional tools like the stopwatch, a visual selfie camera, person-specific animations, so you know who's calling or texting you. But we've also kind of looked at the fun side. We also introduced glyph toys. They're playful, ambient experiences that live on the back of your phone. Rock, paper, scissors, or spin the bottle. Now, you might be thinking, when am I going to use these toys? Well, who's going to pay for dinner? Let's use spin the bottle. And the reality is that some things are just for fun, because tech nowadays deserves to be a place that you have fun with and joy, as well as being functional. And it's not just us making these glyph toys. So we've opened up the Glyph SDK on the Nothing Community website, and that means that anyone in our community that are professed developers or they have friends in the space can actually build their own tools. We've already seen in the past week, since we've opened up this, people are already making amazing bespoke glyph tools, and I'm really excited to see what more is to come. When we launch open sales of the Phone 3, we already have 2 community glyph toys enabled. One of them is the Magic 8 Ball. So what you can do is you put it up on your phone, you shake it, and you can ask it words of wisdom, like, should I wear pink or blue today? Or should I go to the gym after work? Maybe not today. And then also we have the Leveler, a more practical solution when you're putting up photo frames or moving into your new place. And this is just the beginning for us. I'm really excited to see what our community is going to build, because the foundation of Nothing is blurring that line between company and community. And we think that's super important for our future. Now, let's talk AI. It's everywhere right now. But most smartphone AI feels a bit surface level. Take, for example, Genmoji. How does that actually help you every day? How does it make your life better and more efficient? At Nothing, we're taking a different approach. We believe that smartphone is where consumer AI is going to go and be the most useful. Why? Because smartphones are everywhere, they're in every pocket already, and no other product has more context over your everyday life. So we want to make AI useful for you, and we think we're positioned to take on that. The reason? We've got speed, we're a nimble startup, we've got taste, we're a design-led company, and thirdly, we have the community. We've got a massive brand of people that keep us grounded and making AI that works for them. And that's exactly what we have. So, we're very early on our AI journey, but we've got some really nice things to show to you today in terms of updates. So, earlier this year, we previewed Essential Space with our Phone 3A series. It was a new layer on Nothing OS. With Essential Space, we called it your second memory. It was a collection of your notes, thoughts, ideas, and content, and it kept it in one central spot. Since the launch of Essential Space, 1 in 5 users are actively using it weekly. It's more than we expected, and that number will only grow as we develop the platform to be more and more useful. So, we're also releasing a new feature today called Flip to Record. Flip to Record is when you're in a meeting and you hold down the Essential key on the side of our phones, turn it over, and it starts recording. It takes in all the notes of the meeting and then gives you an AI summary. This means that you can really engage in the room and let your phone do the work. So after the session, you can go, great, and share them with your colleagues and so forth. Another feature that we're launching today is Essential Search. So, a universal search bar, accessible with a single swipe. This is where our AI approach comes to life. We know that introducing a completely new way of behavior can be confusing, but we're familiar with searching apps, contacts and messages, so that's what we've added. Essential Search also uses AI to give you answers directly, and also if you have a question, you don't need to jump into different apps. It will answer it there within the search space. Over time, Essential Search will become more and more intelligent. It will start giving you personalized suggestions as it gets to know you in your everyday life. And it's just early days. We've got so much more to come with this, and this is our foundation. So, we want Nothing OS to feel more than just a system. We want it something that adapts to you. So, let's talk about another area of Phone 3, the camera. The best camera is the one that you have on you. And so we made sure that Phone 3 camera system deserved that title. Phone 3 is built to help creators capture their worlds anytime, anywhere. It features a full camera system, all with 50 megapixels, each one designed for a specific job, and everything shooting at 4K 60 frames per second. And together, they work together as one seamless tool. Whether you're vlogging, filming the back row of a gig, or capturing the city at night, this is what we've built for you. So let's take a closer look. To start, we've got the main lens capture that is capturing 44% more light and shoots 70% faster than Phone 2. That means more details and beautiful, vivid, low light shots. Then we have the periscope camera, and this is where things get serious. With 3 times zoom that gives you stunning depth, images that are clear, smooth, and cinematic. And that means that anything from 60 times away, you can get closer than ever. And it doubles up as a macro lens too. It lets you get the finest detail. With Phone 3a Pro, we could do 15 centimeters macro shots, and with the Phone 3, we've got even closer with 10 centimeters. So that means even more detail. Then we have the ultra-wide lens, helping you capture 140 degrees field of view, perfect for those wide landscapes, city scenes, or fast-moving shots where stability matters. Whatever you're framing, the lens will help you capture everything that you need from the world around you. And then lastly, on the front, we've got the 50 megapixel selfie camera. This is a massive upgrade for us. From previous editions, only 32 megapixels, this time 50 megapixels. So whether you're live streaming, video calling, or filming your next post, you'll get razor-sharp 4K definition. And that little dot on the back, in previous editions of Nothing phones, it's just simply aesthetic. With the Phone 3, it's also functional. So when you're recording your voice, it just flashes. Something that just attaches a little clarity and just a little bit of character. And then we have the real magic, our filming upgrades. TrueLens Engine 4, our most advanced image pipeline yet. It means that it captures up to 13 raw frames per second, and then it gives you different exposures. It fuses them into one seamless, highly dynamic video. And when it comes time to edit, we heard you. We have introduced the Nothing Gallery, so it means on Nothing phones, within the phone you can do any form of editing right there. And you'll also find our photography presets. These are things that we've worked with professional photographers to create beautiful imagery so that you can achieve cinematic looks without all the learning curve. And lastly, powering all of this, the Snapdragon 8S Gen 4, the next gen image processing for more detail, truer colors, and faster capture. So, I've said that the Phone 3 is powered by the latest Snapdragon 8S Gen 4. For us, it's creating the most balanced phone possible. It's truly a big leap forward for us, and you'll feel that immediately. AI performance, 5 times faster than the Phone 3a and 60% faster than the Phone 2. Then, the reason we chose this chipset is because it delivers a perfect balance between power, efficiency, and thermals, and it lets us tune the entire experience for your day-to-day life. It's fast, it's fluid, and it enables a flagship experience that is balanced for the day-to-day user. And you feel that the moment you pick it up. On the front, perfect symmetry, even bezels all full size. It's 18% slimmer than Phone 2, which gives you an edge-to-edge experience. And you'll feel it in the materials too. Aluminium edging, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus up from Gorilla Glass 5 with Phone 2, and improved IP68 water and dust resistance. And you need a display that can keep up. Phone 3 features our lightest, brightest screen that we've ever done. Pixel density, 17% more than Phone 2, and peak brightness, 181% brighter than Phone 2. And to power all of that, our first silicone carbon battery. That means a very efficient battery. 17% more capacity than our most recent flagship, and with 65 watt charging, you can get 0 to 50 in 19 seconds. So, Nothing OS 3.5 ships with Phone 3. It includes the camera improvements, fast, smooth, design-led experience that you've expected from Nothing products. And later this year, we'll launch Nothing OS 4.0 with Android 16. So, it's all about giving AI on your phone, no gimmicks, but also giving you more control, more space to create. So, Phone 3 is here to offer you a completely new kind of experience. It's built for creators and it's thought to bring fun back to the tech space. And of course, it comes with everything you would expect from a smartphone. eSIM, symmetrical stereo speakers, and up to 5 years Android updates. So this flagship is there to last you a really long time. So, Phone 3. It starts at 3,299 ringgit for the 256 and 3,799 ringgit for the 512. It'll be available in the black and white colorways, and for us, this is what a true flagship looks like when you don't compromise. It balances on performance and standout personality. Headphone 1 and Phone 3 aren't just spec upgrades, they're a reflection of everything we believe at Nothing. A preview in what's next for the future of our company. So, pre-orders for both products start tomorrow, open sales from August the 1st. And we have some exciting pre-order gifts for you with the Phone 3 that you can see on the screen, including a free Nothing Ear Ray. And meanwhile, if you want to trade in your current phone, you can now enjoy up to 300 ringgit off your purchase via Remobi's partner stores. And if you want to get Phone 3 via an operator, it's available with our partners U-Mobile and Yes. So, where can I buy this phone? Thankfully, in many places with our partners. So, for after sales, we are an exclusive distributor in Malaysia with Zytron that will take care of all of your sales services together with our team. So you can buy with our products with confidence and trust. And finally, we've partnered with Remobi, our Southeast Asia's leading second-hand electronics trading platform, to help you upgrade your existing phone with Nothing Phone 3 with the best value. And one final thing to announce. We have a very exciting happening on the 19th of July at 11 a.m. It will be the first chance you can get your hands on Phone 3 and Headphone 1 at the Crossover store on Sunway Pyramid. So we're going to have limited stock, only about 50 units, so please be quick, and we really want to see some of you there for the excitement. So, we have gone from a design-led upstart to a serious challenger in just 4 years, and we're building the new generation. A generation that still wants to feel something when they use tech. And that's the bar we've set. Not just something better, but something more meaningful. And we're still at the very beginning of our journey as a company. So as I'm wrapping up, I just want to thank every single one of you in the room for being here, supporting us on this journey, and for the feedback that you've given us over the years. We can't wait to build the next chapter with you. So please enjoy tonight, enjoy all the experiences that are going on behind you, and thank you for being here. So I'll pass you over to Kaylee. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you very much, Holly. Thank you so much for the insights and giving us some updates on nothing. Appreciate that. Well, I'm wondering, is just me or is nothing for tree that has already looking like the gadget that can light up the party? I believe that it would definitely do so. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, do you aware that we have a gaming session at the back there? Yes, the bottle gaming session. It's so nostalgic, isn't it? It's so cool. And if you have not participated in that game session, please join us there, as we have lots of freebies to be given away if you manage to be the winner of that challenge. Together with that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that you will also like to try the phone tree on their revolutionary headphone one. It's time for you to do this. Buddies, again, I would like to remind